Welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm back with another crochet video, and in this one I'm gonna show you how I made this bikini. Super simple. I made this one last week and I wanted to try the pattern out again and make sure that it works. I made another one, which is the one I'm gonna make with you guys. For this one I added this kohi thing because I think it fits perfectly the summer theme. The one stitch that you would need to know for this tutorial will be single crochet. Even if you don't know that, you can still use this tutorial because I will show you how to make it. And I also use slip stitching, and that's it. That's all I use for this tutorial. For this project you will need cotton yarn. I use size 3, but you can use whatever size you prefer, maybe size 4, but I use size 3 and I used a crochet hook size 3.75 millimeters. You will also need a yarning needle, scissors. That's all you're gonna need for our little bikinis. I hope you enjoy. I have already made one cup, so I'm going to show you how I made it. You grab your yarn, you make a slip knot like this, and you secure it with your hook. Then you're going to chain on uneven number. I'm going to make 25 chains. So these are my 25 chains. What you want to do now is you just single crochet down the chain. So basically, to single crochet, you insert not in the first hole here, but in the second one, this one here. You insert your hook, you yarn over, you pull through the hole. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. You yarn over and you pull through the 2 loops. Insert, yarn over, pull, yarn over and pull. So you want to do that all the way down the chain, and I'll meet you guys once we are there. We have done the first row of our work. All you want to do at the end of the row is to chain 1, and then you turn your work because we're going to work like this. For the second row, you want to make single crochets again, but this time is going to be back loop only. When I say back loop only, I mean you have your stitch here. You want to insert only on this part, so the back loop like this. Because normally you will insert in both loops like this, but I only want to focus on this loop here like this. So I will make a single crochet and then repeat here. Basically you place your hook in the middle and you take it out in this loop like this. Again, you want to single crochet back loop only all the way down the row. Row 2 is done. You chain 1 again. You turn your work and you're going to repeat the same thing as row 2 for row 3. So single crochet all the way down, back loop only. Now we're going to move to row 4 and we will start decreasing by row 4. I chain 1. You always chain 1 at the end of the row to turn before you turn. So I'm going to decrease. You insert a single crochet back loop only in the first loop here. And then in the next 2 loops, we're going to make what I call a combined single crochet. You insert your hook in the next hole, back loop only, of course. you yarn over like you would do for a normal single crochet. You pull. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. Normally you would just yarn over, pull, and that's a single crochet. But instead you insert again in the next hole, back loop only again, you insert, you yarn over again, you pull. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, you yarn over and you pull through all 3. That's what I call a combined single crochet, and we will repeat the same thing at the end of the row. Keep making normal single crochets until you have 3 stitches left, and I'll meet you. I'm going to keep making single crochets, back loop only, just like before. Now I have 3 stitches left. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna make a combined single crochet in the next 2. So insert, yarn over, pull, insert in the next one, yarn over, pull, and then pull through all 3. And now in the last stage, I'm just gonna make a single crochet. And I have decreased. Basically, I made a single crochet, a combined single crochet until you have 3 stitches left, then make a combined single crochet, and then 1 last single crochet. And at the end of the row, you chain 1 and you turn. Now we are moving to row 5. What we're going to do is that at each even row, you're going to decrease. At each uneven row, you're going to make a normal row. So for row 5, I'm just going to make a normal row of single crochets. For row 6, I'm going to decrease again. Row 7, normal row. Row 8, decrease. I think you get it. And all this will be done in the back loop only, of course. Alright, I am at the end of the row. You chain 1, you turn, and for row 6 we're going to decrease again. Insert a single crochet first, back loop only, then you do a combined single crochet. So insert, yarn over, pull, insert again, yarn over, pull, and then make, okay, and then you keep making the single crochet until the end of the row, until you have 3 stitches left. Then I'll meet you again. I'm at the end of the row. I have 3 stitches left. I'm gonna make a combined single crochet again, up, then I'm gonna end with a normal single crochet. Okay, now we're gonna move on to row 7, and that's gonna be a normal row of single crochets, no decrease. So I think you get it now. Even rows you decrease, uneven rows you don't decrease. So keep doing that, and then when it gets a little narrower, I'll meet you guys again. When you have like maybe 6 stitches left, then I'll meet you. It's way narrower now, and I have 6 stitches left, so I'm gonna chain 1 and I'm gonna decrease. To decrease, I'm gonna insert 1 single crochet here, then a combined single crochet like this, then I'm gonna make another combined single crochet in the next 2, and then 1 last single crochet. The idea is that everything has to be symmetrical all the time. So now I have 4 stitches left. For the next row, I'm gonna make a normal row of single crochets. I'm gonna chain one, turn again, and now I have 4 stitches. I'm gonna insert the first single crochet, then a combined single crochet in the next 2, then one last single crochet. Now I have 3 stitches left. Chain one, turn, make a normal row of single crochets, chain one, turn, and now we're going to make a combined single crochet in all 3 stitches. So insert, yarn over, pull, insert, yarn over, pull, and then insert again, yarn over and pull. Now I have 4 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through all 4 like this. That's it. You have your bikini triangle. Of course you could keep it like this and just like make a strap, but I'm gonna make the little bubbles. Obviously this is also super fine, even though it looks a little tiny. I made it this tiny just because it's just for the purpose of this video. To make our bubbles, you're going to chain one, and then we're gonna work on this side of the cup. Basically you're going to identify little holes here and there because it's not normal stitches, so I'll call them holes. So for example, I have a hole here. I'm going to insert my hook and make 6 single crochets. There you go. And then in the next hole you make a normal single crochet like this, and then in the next hole you make 6 single crochets. So basically we're gonna keep doing that, alternating between 6 single crochets and 1 single crochet all the way around the cup. And key is to try to make it look symmetrical. For example, this bubble here, on this side I will try to make the same bubble here, so that it looks symmetrical and beautiful. When you reach this part of the cup, you're gonna have to fight a little bit to insert your hook because you don't have stitches here, so you have to fight it. Try to insert it slightly above the border here to create your bubbles. I'm done with my bubbles. I'm going to make a single crochet right at the top here because I'm gonna start working on my straps. So I want the hook to be right at the center on the top here. So this is what my cup looks like. I try to make it as symmetrical as possible. To move to the straps, all you have to do is make a long chain long enough to tie around your neck. So I'm gonna make 150 chains, and then I'm gonna go back on the chain with a single crochet. When the chain is long enough, all you want to do is go back on it with either a slip stitch or a single crochet. So I'm gonna go back on it with a single crochet because that's what I did on the other cup. So just make single crochets in every stitch till the end. So I have reached the end of the row and I'm at the top of the cup. Once you reach that point, you just insert into the top of the cup. You insert, you make a slip stitch. So you insert, you yarn over, you take out the you yarn over, you pull through, and then you pull through again, and that's it. Now it's connected. You chain one, you cut, and then you pull, and that's it. There you go. Now you just want to fasten this. You take like your yarning needle and then you try to insert it, or you can also cut it, but then you take a risk of it unraveling later on. Now all we want to do is make like a long strap to connect the two cups together. To make the connecting strap, all you want to do is make a knot like this, and then you want to chain long enough to tie in the back. So I'm gonna make 200 chains. Keep making your chains until you reach your desired length, and then I'll meet you guys again. So I made about 250 chains, and once you're satisfied with your chain length, you just pull. Well, I cut the yarn from the ball and you just pull, and that's it. You're done, and we're going to connect it now. So you grab your yarn needle, you put the tail inside like this, you grab your cup, and then you insert into the little holes that were created, and then you pull, insert, pull, insert. So you keep doing this. It's super easy. Okay, you will have to pull to make it like you know. Okay, and then you do the same to connect. There you go, you're normally done with your little bikini. If you want, you can decorate it with some accessories like this. I think it looks super cute. So there you go. I have tried to add the little cookie. I think it looks super cute and even better with it. If you have some accessories to add, I think it will look super cute. Let me know how it turns out. If you make it, tag me on Instagram so that I can see what you made. I find some of my patterns made by other girls on Pinterest or Instagram, and I just know that it's my pattern, but they don't tag me, so I cannot see it if you don't tag me. But it makes me super happy when I see that something that I created is reproduced by other people. It makes me super happy. So please, if you make this, please tag me so I can see and be happy. You can also check out my Etsy for written patterns, and also if you want to support my work, don't hesitate to reach out on Instagram or in the comments if you have any concerns or any questions regarding this pattern or other patterns. And with that, I will leave you guys. Have fun with your summer crochet projects, and I'll see you in my next video.